obviously the losing streak right now, and you had the lead at the second half, the close loss, and are you able to pinpoint right now just what's going to put you guys over that, get that victory, not only non-league but conference? Are there simple things that you can point to? We got to do that differently.
Yeah, we need to close out games correctly. We've continually had leads early in games, late in games, and then had difficulty closing out the games with wins. So we're soul searching. We're looking at combinations of players who's making winning plays down the stretch and who is not. And so we're practicing that daily on what our strategies are when we're up 4, when we're down 4, with a minute to go. And so we're trying to fine tune those moments in practice, try to get as much simulation during practice time that those game situations challenge us throughout the season.
Facing Sonoma this week on Saturday, too similar to the fact that you got both the struggle, looking to the end losing streaks. I expect a pretty two teams hungry to kind of get that victory on Saturday.
I suspect the Saturday game against Sonoma State will be a vintage rivalry that it always is with Coach Fiscaldo and I, and it'll be a definite battle for each team. And we match up well against each other. We've been looking at videotape and studying that. I'm sure they're doing the same with us. And it'll be a little bit of a chess match. And if we stay poised and calm and finish the game correctly, I like our chances.
Met with Cameron earlier and talked to him a little bit. He came off a 16-point effort against Stanislaus, and you bring him in here, a JC transfer. He's showing why you brought him here, but just kind of talk about him and being here helpful.
He's a fine young man. Cameron's he's a good student, and a great kid. It's a pleasure to have him. I think it's taken him a time period to get comfortable with how we play, what we do, and who we are in Humboldt. And he's coming into his own. He's getting comfortable with his surroundings. He's getting comfortable with his teammates. So I think he's hitting strides now. We recently started him. He is coming on. And like a lot of junior college transfers, you get them for 2 years. And it's those first 6 to 8 months they have their transition period. And then that last year and a half of eligibility, there's tendencies for JC transfers to excel, and I feel like he's on that track.
Finals week, so you guys don't play to Saturday. Are you doing anything differently to make sure they're studying and all of the other stuff?
They're studying, and they're in their finals, and we have a pretty good pulse of the challenges that these student athletes face during this time period. They have it's kind of a three-headed monster. 1, they've got their finals going. 2, they're trying to prepare for the next game. And 3, they've got 1 foot out the door, waiting to go home for winter break. So there's a lot going on with our student athletes' minds, and you have to be sensitive towards that as a coach and not try to demand too much.
That's why you scheduled the Sunday game as well, right? Keep it next day. After you guys do play the games on Saturday and Sunday, obviously the players, leaving for Christmas break, but what do you expect from your team once they leave? They come back, you guys get back into things again?
Well, it's important. They go home and see the friends and family, get revived, get refreshed. I think that's very important. And so you try not to put too much demands on them. You can't expect them to go and continue to condition and play at the level that we do on a weekly basis throughout the school year. But it's a good time for them to go home, get refreshed. We certainly need to hit the weight room on their own. We don't want them playing open competition, obviously, or getting injured. But getting really home safely and back up here safely is a big concern. We're Humboldt, and it's not easy to get in and out of here at any time, especially in the winter time.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
That's it.
Thank you, sir.